All right, let's get into Carson finally tweeting that he might, or actually, we don't really know what this means. However, I believe Lil 88, if we go back to our posts last night, maybe, that one of the Opium producers, of course, posted on his Instagram story like that something's coming soon, new music coming soon. If I could freaking find it, bruh. But regardless, after that, Carson, I think a day or two later, then says Friday the 13th, which is going to be, I guess, a release date potentially for a single or his project, A Great Chaos. But I don't think that he's even dropped a single for it yet. And I actually think that it might actually happen. Now, yes, he's capped many times and he keeps saying that his label's not letting him drop. But I think the fact that he keeps saying this on different interviews, that might be a little bit of pressure towards the label, being like, causing a little tension between the label and him, because there isn't any, like, Ken is a big artist, right? Like, look at this, 23K likes on a tweet, bruh. He's like pushing Cardi numbers a little bit. Not really, it's still a fraction, but you get the point. Like, he's still underground, but he has one of the highest engagement. If you go to any of the other artists who are underground or whatever, they ain't pushing those numbers at all. So the label's probably like, the Interscope, that is probably like, yes, fucking drop, we want to make this bread ski. But Cardi's like, nah, we need to be rare, we're Opium, y'all, we're Opium, bruh, we're Opium. So he was pressuring the label on these interviews, saying like, my label won't let me drop, whatever. So Cardi's finally like, okay, buddy, okay, we'll do it. You can drop around Halloween. So that's October 13th. That's when the next Friday 13th is. I think Ken has dropped on a Friday 13th before, but he's also said so many dates on Twitter, or X, sorry, and it just, those dates go by and nothing happened. He's just a liar. Now, as I was saying though, I think he's also potentially getting forced to drop, or maybe that's also why Cardi's saying like, okay, you could drop, because he and Lone had a big song called Paranoid or Keltec that had millions of views on SoundCloud just for the snippets, but then that recently leaked. And so it's kind of like the Die List situation, where it's like, if you're not gonna drop these songs, you're not gonna make the bread from it. And so now you kind of have motivation or an incentive to actually drop them, so that it doesn't continue to leak like whole ass Trippie Redd or even Lil Yachty's album, because that can affect sales. Or I don't know, I think that it doesn't affect sales too much because it's like a field test, but in the end, like, you're still losing out on streams. And by the way, this is the Lil 88 Instagram story being like, new music on the way, which some people interpreted, because it is in all caps, music, whereas new is not. Music, that's Cardi's album. So I don't know. Lil 88 has produced for Cardi, but it could mean anybody in Opium. And Ken has been wanting to drop A Great Chaos. Cardi has been wanting to drop music or something. We have no idea when that'll happen, or if it will even happen. So it could mean either one of those. But yeah, overall, I think Ken basically, like, slapped his dick on the table real quick to the label, being like, yo, I'm gonna go on all these interviews and say that y'all are the problem as to why I can't drop. And then also, who knows, he could have even been involved in the leak of Keltec. I doubt it, because he hates leaks. But he also said in another interview, this is like kind of on a tangent, because I don't think that he leaked that song, since it was so big that it was gonna make him a lot of money. But he said that he's been trying to find ways to drop music, because he wants to drop more often. And so what better way than just leak it? But nah, I think what he's actually talking about is how he does he used to do a lot of SoundCloud exclusives on like that Sicko SoundCloud account. He dropped what was it, like Lost Files 1.5 or 2.5. I can't remember what it was. It could have been both. But yeah, so Ken is actually finally dropping, potentially, because how many times has he lied?